5, 4, 3, 2.
Welcome, RoundTable family, to another exciting episode of the Sports RoundTable Trio Edition. I'm your host, Rowdy, as always, joined by my co-host, Big Boy, Little Bro Coop, not here, be here in hopefully 5-10 minutes. We'll see his late ass. We'll see. But we're getting started without him this morning when you're watching this, hopefully. But whenever you decide to watch, we're gonna break down the weekend. Obviously, Big Boy's got that logo behind him, the Longhorn logo, the number 2 team in the nation now coming off a massive, just beat down victory in Ann Arbor. 111,000 people versus 100 is what they were calling it on Twitter. Just beat down. We'll talk about that. Some other things that went on this weekend. Like the first weekend in NFL, man, did those Dallas Cowboys look pretty good.
I'm not drinking. I'm not falling for your Kool-Aid, I'm not falling for it.
And we'll talk about some obviously matchups in college this weekend, and of course the NFL as well. Got a big, not big, kind of big for one school, Texas State, going on right now on ESPN versus Arizona State, prime time Thursday night. ESPN football, Big Boy. Big 12
Go Cats.
State, Texas State's looking pretty good. Got the early lead in the second quarter.
Yeah, they looked real good early. I mean, Arizona State just threw a bomb if you're watching. That's where we're at. But yeah, go Cats, man. That was one of my schools I went to.
Yeah, they
graduated.
Coming into the season, they were kind of like that team, that group of 5 team that some people were kind of picking to make that playoff run, at least make the first round. Some people didn't understand why, but they're loaded. They're explosive. Yeah. Offense is good. Obviously, head coach is legit. Play caller as well. Who knows how long he'll actually stick around San Marcos, even though he just got a new deal. But when you're that good, you don't just stay around San Marcos for that long.
Baylor's going to come calling because I think Baylor's coach is gone. So
that Texas Tech, maybe if they keep struggling, if it maybe not like this year, but like say next year, if they hold out another year, he stays another year.
No,
he could be dangerous in Lubbock.
Everything runs through Lubbock. Remember that.
As long as he stays away from the SEC, man, just keep his offense, keep in the Big 12. Let him run the big shit. Colorado, no way he would go to that dumpster fire, would he?
It's a big school, man.
Yeah.
It's a good school.
Yeah. Well, they got a bunch of transfers. Quarterback from JMU, right? You said?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Arizona State, I don't know. I think they're okay. I don't think they're going to be too good this year. Let's see. Who they play?
They're 2-0.
Who they play in the first 2 weeks? Let's see who they got. Arizona State. They played. I know they're not ranked. Arizona's ranked. They play tomorrow night.
Dwayne Akina running the defense.
Mm-hmm.
He's the DC now.
Okay, Arizona State beat Mississippi State last weekend.
Yeah.
23. I mean, Mississippi State's the lower half of SEC, but still good win there.
We'll see because we play them this year.
Yeah. Well, that's funny. A tweet just popped up. This is the same Arizona State team that beat Mississippi State. Arizona State, well, that's how they won. That game against Mississippi State, the quarterback was 10 for 20 for 69 yards passing. The running back, 33 carries for 262 yards.
Man.
Arizona State's guy. They had a total of 346 yards rushing.
It's like that kid from Boise, man. He's good.
He's good. They should have won. 2 weeks now, Oregon escaped off like that, man.
Yeah.
2. But we'll see. I'm trying to look how many yards they had, but this game's on ESPN and there's not even a box score. They don't even have a box score on this damn game right now. 2 minutes left. 21. We'll see. Texas State definitely beat down on UTSA last weekend.
Yeah.
who UT's got this weekend, so that makes that game a little interesting, kind of.
We'll get into that, but this UTSA game is a game where they better pad some stats. I'm gonna tell you that. I'm
Yeah.
expecting 7 sacks.
7.
7 sacks.
They've had 1 on the year,
I know.
almost last.
I think they said last week Texas State had 6, and Kennesaw, I think it's who they played the first week, had like 5. So
Damn.
yeah, this better be like somebody walks out of there with 2 or 3 sacks.
Yeah.
We've talked all this about the transfer from UTSA.
And
So
I saw some people, but they were kind of bashing him a little bit the last
he's been getting some pressure, but
pressure, but just how much more snaps he's been getting compared to Burke. It's been kind of insane. Like he's been almost double snap count Burke. Like I feel like I haven't even seen Burke on the field. Honestly.
you know what I feel about Burke, man. I think that dude is
no. They needs to get.
stud.
They needs to get on. I just feel like I haven't seen him on the field at all.
Colin Simmons has played a lot too.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only dude who has a sack.
Yeah.
So we'll talk.
He might have 2 this coming up because when he's going to be in the game a lot is probably at the end when they're just going to try to be passing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, for sure. What other week? I mean, there was a lot of weird week 2 games last week. I mean, there wasn't very many ranked on ranked games, but you had all the games. Obviously, Notre Dame going down after beating A&M. They lose to NIU, who's now ranked number 25. Like,
who's 25?
NIU.
Really?
Beat Notre Dame. Yeah, that's only Notre Dame's still 18, I think. Something like that. So they had it tough. Penn State was on the wire too against Bowling Green. They ended up pulling it out, winning by 7. Oklahoma State, Arkansas was closer than people thought, winning the double overtime, 39-31. Tulane almost beat ranked K-State. They ended up losing though by 7. Georgia Tech lost to Syracuse, makes that Florida State loss look even worse.
Yeah, Florida State.
Bad, man. They're bad.
Hey, we flipped that. That helped us flip that DT. But I heard today that he told Sark on Friday that he was going to do it. So it was already like even before the Michigan game and all that.
Yeah, and then we had Iowa State and Iowa, which I wish Kobe was on here because he was texting me in the third quarter. It was like 10-0. And I didn't know. He was just texting me. He's like, oh, bro, like, we're so good. Like, playoff. We whipped Texas's ass. Like, we're going to the championship. They're up like 10-0. He was texting me this before I even looked. I was like, oh, they're going to be up like 30-0 or some shit. He's texting me this. They're up 10-0. I'm like, what? And then they ended up losing 20-19. He wanted to fall off a cliff. Then he didn't realize too that Big Ten, there's no more divisions. It's just all big one big division in the top 2.
Whoever has the best records.
I was like, no, I was not here anymore. They're not a fact.
Is that what the SEC is now too?
Yeah. Every conference besides the Sun Belt. The Sun Belt's the only one that has divisions. The only reason I actually know that is from playing the video game.
Oh, there you go.
They're the only one.
Yeah.
Who else? What else happened? Alabama, South Florida was extremely close until the fourth quarter. Bama put up 28 in the fourth quarter. So that was closer than they thought. Number 19, Kansas lost Illinois by 6. Tennessee rolled NC State. I thought that was going to be close, but
no.
They're good, man.
Tennessee's good, man. Ole Miss, I think, is.
Yeah, Ole Miss rolled.
Ole Miss is true.
LSU was close to kind of like Bama. OU and Houston. They won by 4. Yeah, 16-12. It's terrible. It's big. We'll talk about it. We've on one of our games to talk about when Coop gets on, but it's a big weekend up here in Norman, Oklahoma. Let's just say that it's I think the line's pretty big. It's like 14 or 15 after Tulane almost beating ranked Kansas State. So we'll talk about that. Who else? The other big one was Oregon Boise State, man. I mean, Oregon sneaks it out to win by 3, field goal at the last second to win. Like, what's up, Coop?
What's up, boys? Miss y'all, man.
Hey, man. How was work?
Oh, big boy, I'm ready to be out of it, man. I'm ready to be done with that job. AAA baseball, man, it hits different.
Yeah.
No, I come on here. I hear y'all talking about Oregon, freaking frauds. Aren't they, huh?
Yeah, man.
We'll see. They got a lot of talent up there. If they put it together, that's a different story. They got a couple games till they hit
They got a rivalry game coming up against Oregon State. How do you think they're going to do then?
smoke them.
You think they're going to be? You can think you're going to smoke Oregon State. Not only just beat them, but smoke them.
Yeah.
Are you going to give up the 14?
Yeah.
You would give the 14.
Man,
Yeah.
Coop, you got notes or something over there?
Huh?
How'd you know it was 14?
Listen, man. I do my studying before I come on the pod. Come on.
Well, we were waiting for you to go ahead and talk about this Longhorn game.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's the only game we haven't, college game we didn't really touch on, recap.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Wait, we got a little special guest that's gonna come talk too.
Oh boy. Like right now, or are we gonna just?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
How do I get this background off my shit right here?
Looks
How
like
you
you're in
doing,
like Tokyo or something over there. Those little like nice little colored lights going on.
Yeah, dude. I'm getting some Asian food right now with that Vandy card. You know I'm not paying for that. That's that Vandy Athletics.
Andy card down in Nashville.
Vandy Athletics. I got that card on me. What's
Speaking
good,
of them,
Sport
they're
Podcast?
2-0.
Yeah.
They are 2-0. Vibes are up here. So
I bet.
every time they win, their chefs do something crazy. So like last week when they won, they did like steak filet mignon, and yeah, I definitely made sure Marta brought home a nice amount of that.
Nice doggy bag.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We joined at the perfect time where Coop just got on. We're kind of recap, kind of talk about that Ann Arbor game up in this past Saturday. Kind of thoughts on how that beatdown kind of came about, really.
Cool.
Listen, boys, I'm gonna start off with this. We were talking about Quinn this whole time, and Quinn Ewers played a Heisman game. That was a New York game right there. 3 touchdowns, 24 for 36, 246 yards. In the big house. He literally went and burned down the big house himself, boys. And Big Boy, you touched on, you said it's all on Quinn, and he sure did show out. So
I'll give him his credit, but Michigan's not good.
Their defense is.
their defense is
Their
good.
defense will have guys
But
definitely drafted, and they'll get that more together. And it might be one of those things like when we beat Alabama last year, how we caught them at the right time,
Right?
But I do still think they have legit defensive players on that side.
With Wink too. We talked a lot about Wink and coming out with different stuff. And I mean, Sark, it was a chess battle between him and Sark the whole time, and Sark just put it to him, man.
If it was chess, he was playing checkers because
That's right. That is true.
yeah.
That is true.
One of my big things about this team is, to me, their mental toughness, their speed on defense, and their mental toughness. So UT is not good at scoring on the first drive. They're like 4 out of 16 in the last 16 games.
Yeah,
But on that first drive, they didn't score, okay? But they converted 3 first downs when 111 people were yelling. I mean, they were going 3 big first down. One of them was a 3rd and 13. Then they had 25 yards worth of penalties. One of them on the touchdown that,
Wasn't really holding, but
yeah, but they called it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think in the even last year, if that would have started, they wouldn't have made that first third down if they would have started like that off the bat with a penalty. I mean, that happened how many times last year and they ended up punting and going 3 and out. And I just think that's showing Quinn's maturity and the toughness of this team, man. This is a different team. This is a tough team. And I can't wait to start playing some of these
Some SEC schools.
Yeah,
just to see really where they're at.
third downs were big. I mean,
Third down, I'll give you the number for it because I have it written right here. 10 for 16. Third down, Texas.
and
That's huge right there.
Most of those ones that they didn't get were in the second half when they didn't really. You could tell it was just
Yeah.
let's just run this clock out. Jinx, what'd you think?
Sorry, my volume over here is having some trouble. I think what it shows us is that, Texas is like actually legit. I think there were still a few of the questions last year, but like you said, I'm probably the biggest Quinn hater that there is. And I definitely think that this past weekend, he definitely proved me wrong. I agree with you, Coop. Those were very solid numbers. Those were New York numbers.
That's a New York game right there, Dan.
That was a New York game. And, I think it's also like a testament to Sark as well. However, what I will say is that I still would like to see us throw the ball a little bit more downfield. I think we're still relying a lot on the sidelines a bit. But at the end of the day, I mean, you don't want to show off too much of what you got. So I think I can see it from that aspect. However, I still would like to see us use our receivers and use our speed, right? Because that's honestly what we have. And I think that's what still leaves me a bit of a question of if he can handle throwing the ball down the field more often in the game. So that's kind of what I took away from it.
I agree with that takeaway. I do, because he struggled in that aspect. So is it one of those things like Jinx said, we're kind of just letting it marinate and we're going to go to it later? Or has Sark realized, like, look, that's not his strong suit, but his mid-range passes are money. His 15 to 20-yard passes,
In movement in the pocket, man,
a lot better. So much better.
Yeah. I mean,
I just think they haven't had to go to that yet, to be honest. Like we said, I mean, like, if you don't have to go to that, why do it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I definitely throw a couple deep
I
bombs.
feel like you have to do it. I feel like you need to, because that's when you run into the trouble against a team like a Washington who can see that, like, that's really all that we've really had to do is just do the dump offs is kind of what I would like say. But it's like when you look at how Washington played us last year, right? They had those long balls that just like killed us, like on third downs, right? And that's what it's needed for, is for when we get into those tougher situations where we need to convert on like third and long and have something happen for the game to be able to take a turn like it had.
yeah.
no, I think this weekend versus UTSA would be perfect for that, and get some of those more wide receivers out there. We didn't really see very many of them, honestly. I mean, I think only two wide receivers had a catch last week, right? I think it was just two. What was the?
I know. I think it was more than that.
No, it was
I think it was only two wide receivers.
Oh, Bond had
Bond
3.
and
Golden had 6.
but Helm was our leading receiver.
But those are I'm talking about wide receivers.
But wide receiver, yeah. And
Six,
then
seven of
Wingo
them.
had the one jet sweep that he took for a while, but
I'm talking about catches. There was
Yeah.
two receivers.
Yeah, so then you're right. I didn't realize that.
I mean, Jaden
Moore's catch got.
The running backs out of the backfield, that's a weapon that they have.
well, that's
The
part of your run
run
game,
but
in my opinion.
their pass-
The stuff they do with Blue and them out of the backfield and using his speed, that opens up the run game a lot more too, as well.
Yeah, but
So you got to look at that as the run game as well.
just being able to use him for that one touchdown pass, and I mean, you would think those would start helping, kind of hopefully make that deep pass kind of open. But
Where is Cook, man?
Yeah, I never saw.
Where's
him.
Cook?
I'm waiting to hear him cry about it. To be honest, I'm just waiting to see something that he's gonna say something about it, because this was supposed to be his thing here this year.
I definitely, and even more, like more starts, and he doesn't have a catch.
Yeah.
And of course, the one touchdown catch he gets
I know.
back, and Cook had a catch. No, Cook had a catch too.
And I think
Cook had a catch in the first game.
No. He had it in the
over
second
board
half,
In the second half,
and he got taken back.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
It's like 20 yards or so.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And boys, and yeah, it's Michigan. They're having trouble on offense, but it's still the defending champs at home, and you're going to hold them to 12 points. And then, I mean, the last touchdown they scored was, who cares? That's still impressive. I really don't care. Like, same thing with Colorado State. Like, that defense is legit too. Like, I don't know.
Their passing offense is legit. If that's what you mean. Colorado State's passing offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying
Texas's defense is legit.
Texas's defense. Yeah. I'm saying even though that it's Michigan and they're having struggles on offense, still holding them to 12 points at Michigan is pretty impressive.
I expect single-digit points this weekend
against UTSA.
They better. I mean, it needs to be like 6 or 3.
They're on a rebuild right now too.
10 against them, right?
Huh?
Texas State gave up 10 against UTSA.
Yeah. The Texas State right now also is up on.
Yeah, it's tied now.
It's tied now.
What?
That's at half.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were up 21-7, bro, and Arizona State scored 2 back drives, bombs.
Nope, that's not happening. That's not happening on my watch. That's crazy. They're a program to talk about. Look at their stadium.
Oh,
right now.
It's nice.
It's crazy to see. Like, that thing is packed full.
Yeah.
GJ knows what he's doing, man.
He does know what he's doing.
They should have been ranked up to last week. If they can hold on, there's no way they're not ranked.
Oh yeah, if they beat Arizona State, they'll definitely beat them.
So sources said Cook's snap count last week was 18. 18 snaps last week.
They were running a lot of 4 wide. And then, they were doing like, they'd have Blue back there and have him go out as a receiver too. Quinn would be by himself back there. Yeah. I like that, man. With all the weapons that UT has, I like that. If they can, look at Jake Majors. He got, offensive lineman of the week.
Yeah.
Gunnar Helm got tight end of the week.
That whole line has a chance now to win the
Joe Moore. Yeah.
That line's good.
2 in a row. 2 weeks and 2 guys winning.
Had like a couple penalties by himself, but
like 5 or 4.
Yeah.
And he bounced back though.
He did.
He bounced back, and it was his first big game to start. In the big house.
You know who really impressed me this week was Cedric Gibson.
Who?
Gibson? Yeah. Jared Gibson. He had a touchdown, and then he had like 10 carries by himself. He ran the ball
10 for 36 and a touchdown.
Yeah.
So
hey, and Coop, not all black dudes are named Cedric. Okay, let's come on.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
But that's like calling Gene Cedric, bro.
Yeah.
You've said Gibson. Sorry. I'll stick to last names, man.
There you go. But no, they and David Benda, he led the team in tackles with 7. He's looking good, man. He made a great play, and then he chose the wrong when they busted out like a 20-yard run. He just chose the wrong hole, man. But when he's coming up and hits somebody, they stop. Like that's it.
Yeah.
He's been there for a long time, 6 years, right? This is 6th year.
5th at least. 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's showing out, man.
He's a vet.
I really thought LaFau was going to take that position over, but he's not letting that happen.
No, Benda and Helm, they're making them some draft money in these first 2 games so far.
Yeah, have you guys talked about Colorado yet?
on here.
No.
Good.
What
Well,
are your thoughts, Dan, on that?
my thoughts are
Game this weekend.
They're the biggest frauds ever, or what?
I don't know if it's frauds that I'd call it. I just don't think. I think that it's starting to get to the point where it's like, why are you doing that to your kid?
Well, their offensive line is literally
The worst
in
offensive
college
line ever.
football.
Well,
But-
and it's
yeah.
bad too because they got so much offseason hype for changing their offensive line and getting all these dudes in the portal and commits, and they were never good players that they
Well,
got, but they just
you know
got so
what's
much
tough?
hype for getting anything. Like,
Well, yeah, and I think the hardest part is that it's like now when you give yourself so much hype and you hype up everything and you film everything, and then you come out there and you suck, it's like you've given yourself so much like exposure and so much like attention that now everyone's just gonna know you for sucking. So it's gonna be impossible to get recruits because everybody knows who you are because you platform yourself so high, and now you platform yourself and shown that you're not good.
Well, and Dion says he doesn't go recruit. Like he said that he's not going to high school recruits. I mean, that's not how this. I understand he's Dion, man, and the GOAT. He's a GOAT defensive back in the NFL, but man, most of these kids never saw you play it down.
He's starting to tarnish his legacy, is what I think he's starting to do. Unfortunately, slowly but surely, he's not making himself look good. And I think his son is great. I think Shador's great. I think what he did for his son, because realistically, without him, I don't see Shador finding really finding like a starting job on a Power 5 school without Dion before this, because where did he start off at? FAU, right?
He went to Jackson with his dad,
Jackson.
didn't
Yeah.
well,
No. He was somewhere else first.
Yeah,
Did he transfer in?
yeah. His freshman year,
He transferred in there.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get what his dad's doing because I don't think he would have gotten a shot at the Power 5 starting position to be able to start at like a Power 5 as a QB if his dad wasn't there. Now, Travis Hunter, he's crazy.
First, I
don't
think he
know.
might be the first pick.
I don't know why he's playing at Colorado. He could be
Because he's
Doing-
Dion's other son, bro.
Yeah, he got that
aware.
NIL too.
but he could be doing some crazy things.
And he is. I mean, I agree with you, man. I think he'll be a top 3 pick, you know, depending on what people need, unless they all need quarterbacks that are drafting. He'll be, you know, probably the first position player picked. It's not a lineman or a quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Not
then
a
with that
Cowboy.
team also is like, it's the small stuff too. Like Shador was leaving the field before the game was even over.
Yeah.
Like it's just little stuff. Like you don't do that. Go with the team, go out with the team, go back in with the team. Like
Then he kind of threw his offensive line under the bus in that interview. And
yeah. He's like, how many times did Rolla get hit? You know, like no, that's on you too, bro.
He's
Get the
played a
ball out.
lot of quarterback though, so that is one good thing. Kind of back at what Jinx was saying.
Yeah,
that, he's played a lot of football, and
Yes.
so we'll see what he does at the next level. But I'm just glad the Cowboys ain't going to get him. We ain't got to worry about that.
That
yeah.
was your scare for a while there.
Oh, I thought it was going to happen 100%. Jerry would have traded the whole damn draft for him, and I'm
I
just
was
glad.
starting to think the same thing when I was watching the podcast last week. You started putting that in my brain, and I got very worried about that. I was
Oh my
like,
God.
oh no, we can't have that.
Little Thursday night update. James Cook, 3 touchdowns, big boy, already.
Yeah.
Putting it all in the Dolphins.
Oh,
27.
I play a big boy in fantasy this week.
Yeah, I don't have him though, so you ain't got to worry about that.
Okay, cool. You got Josh Allen though,
Yeah, I do.
and A-Chain, right?
Yep.
A-Chain scored 1, which is funny because I have Dak Prescott and Big Boy has Josh Allen, and like we go at each other about the two, but I have Dak and he has Josh,
Yeah.
so it's kind of the irony there. Yeah, pretty interesting.
Let's see what other college game we got going this week.
So
Talk about.
when you guys look at the UT schedule, who do you guys see us losing to, if any? If we
Georgia.
were to lose, who do you see the L coming to?
Georgia.
Georgia,
Before the season started, I said 9-3.
9-3.
Was my pick. 9-3, losing to Michigan, losing to Georgia, and then another team,
One of the rivalries.
Oklahoma or A&M possibly. But as I stand today, I think Georgia's the only team that can give us trouble. If our defense keeps coming along and playing to the ball athletically like they are, and Quinn, I'm worried about the running game. I'm worried about that, but they can prove me wrong on that. So,
Yeah.
my tone has changed.
I was thinking 10-2. With the Georgia loss and then like a Kentucky loss. But how bad Kentucky's looked,
I'm not. Yeah,
I definitely don't see that happening.
and I know why people were saying that, because it's after your two biggest games, except for A&M. It's after OU and Georgia. But now it's been talked about so much. I mean,
And they're struggling. They play Georgia this weekend, so we'll see. Kentucky does. They just got smacked by South Carolina, who's supposed to suck.
well, both defenses look good. South Carolina's defense look good too.
I think Texas's like ability to be able to go into Michigan shows that we're not susceptible to the trap game like we used to be. Right? I feel like we used to be very susceptible to the trap game of like losing to that one team that we shouldn't lose to. I think like that's been like for the past, I don't know, 8 years. It always happens at least once. So I think us being able to really do that to Michigan at their place just kind of shows that I really wouldn't be surprised if we won out. If we can fight hard in that game against Georgia, I could see us winning all the way.
I think being at home is big time, but I think the big one is like this weekend, like, yeah, it's against UTSA, but like just when Sark even said it, like just being able to see like how they kind of bounce back after that, like a big win like that. Like if they don't stop and like come out in the first half, just how they left off, just firing away, it could be. I mean, I could definitely see them run the table. I mean, Arkansas, I know they're okay. They got a good running back who used to play at Texas, who's now at Arkansas. I think he had 3 touchdowns against Oklahoma State last week. But if it's a night game in Arkansas, like it was, what was that, 3 years ago, Sark's first year, right? Whenever they got absolutely dog shit beat out of them. I thought that was maybe going to be a trap game. I don't think it would be now, but that's
Me too. That's what I was thinking as
that's
well.
the only one I would think that would kind of be a little wary.
The thing is this year, first year in the SEC, there should be no trap games.
Yeah.
Because all you've heard for the past 2 years since they announced it is y'all ain't ready for this. It's different down here. This is the SEC. Y'all can't make it. I mean, Sark has all the bulletin board material from everyone to be able to say, we do not overlook anybody, and we're going to go out here mentally tough, like I think they are, and just smash people. They bullied Michigan. And when's the last time a team could say that? They bullied Michigan.
I agree.
And to come back on that, this is a different Texas than we've ever seen before, in my opinion. And the fact that, yeah, you can get Sark his weapons and he can go score points, but this team can go play football and like go control the time of possession and go control the scoreboard. And you're really seeing that in this team. So there shouldn't be a team. I don't think that should beat us. Obviously Georgia at home. I honestly think we beat Georgia at home, to be honest with you.
That would be awesome.
I think, and then obviously Arkansas at Arkansas, A&M at A&M. That's scary. But if they
A&M,
play,
yeah,
if they play the way they are supposed to play, and the way that we've seen them play, and the way that we know that they can play, there's not a team in the country that should beat us. They should be able to go all the way.
They should be able to definitely compete at the highest level.
100%.
Great teams play great teams and things happen, but
Right.
It's
Like Georgia.
No, and now the other thing is too, Texas has the opportunity to maybe see Georgia 3 times this year. I mean, realistically. I mean, that's not a
Yeah.
impossible scenario. So like, I don't think either team beats either team 3 times. Like that's just so. That's the other thing too. You gotta think about.
I think with Sark though, by the third time, Georgia's beat.
Oh, if he goes 0-2, I think so too.
Yeah, I think regardless. All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna peace out of here. I appreciate y'all.
All right, Jinx,
Yeah,
have a
Dan,
good day,
thanks
man.
for coming on, man.
You too. Peace.
It's always good to hear from Dan, man.
Kind of talked about A&M. I want to kind of talk about their game this weekend at Florida. They're trying to make their own little icy whites on Twitter today. A&M was a little video.
They're wearing the white helmets.
Yeah, they're wearing a full white, but Connor's been listed as questionable on today's availability report.
Big boy could go play better quarterback than Connor. So
I don't know, man.
yeah, he's
My
pretty bad
shoulders,
back there.
my
Man.
shoulders are old, brother.
I don't know, big boy. I think you could give him.
I think he's going to
man.
come around. Y'all know how I feel about him. I think he's legit.
It's a big game, though.
Might be wrong. I mean, I don't know, but he's he coming back from all those injuries, man. Maybe you're shell shocked. Maybe you're kind of just, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's a big game for both of those.
at the Swamp too. A&M's -3. I think I saw, unless that changed.
Well, Florida needs it.
That's what
Florida
I mean.
needs it bad.
Florida needs it.
I mean, the A&M can't lose to them.
A&M needs that bad too.
Florida needs it bad.
Yeah, that is a big game for both teams there.
Hey, real quick, I know it's off schedule. I just want to talk about it real fast. SEC baseball schedule came out today. Did y'all see that?
I did not get the chance to look at it. What?
Bro.
I'm still worried about.
Does Texas play at A&M?
I'm pulling up right now.
Because if that game happens, they're going to need extra security for Schloss.
It's at Texas.
Oh, good.
Really?
Thank the Lord. Oh my gosh.
Home game.
No, realize. Think about that. If that game was at A&M.
Home
I
games.
mean-
They got LSU, Georgia, Auburn, A&M, and Florida.
At home.
They're at Mississippi State, Missouri, Kentucky, Arkansas, and OU. So it's pretty good schedule. But listen to OU's home schedule, bro. Insane. Absolutely. Four out of the last 5 Natty champs and Texas. They got Mississippi State, LSU, Vanderbilt, Ole Miss, and Texas. Absolutely just loaded.
SEC baseball is going to be crazy. I mean,
Absolutely insane. Like
it's been it before OU
you're
and
above 500, you're good.
yeah.
Literally, you're good.
I mean, they were the conference before, Texas and OU got there. So
Another game college I want to talk about is another SEC versus Big Ten. Bama versus Wisconsin. It was supposed to be pretty big. It was a big preseason hype matchup. Wisconsin hasn't looked great the last 2 weeks. I mean, Bama struggled a little bit till the fourth quarter last week. Do we think that's going to be anything close at Wisconsin this weekend? Or
It is at Wisconsin. It's Alabama -16.5.
yeah.
I think Alabama
You
wins
got
this
over that.
game. Do what?
what kind of screen you got down there that you're looking at these days?
Listen, bro, I got stuff over here, man.
Professional, man.
I'm the stats guy. You remember
Not
that?
back to the head.
No. I don't have it in my head, but
Well, I'm saying, what do you
I
got down there? What do you
I
got
got
down
stuff
there?
ready
Your phone,
for you,
your
man.
computer? I'm just saying, what do you got? Your phone, computer? Show us.
No, man, I
show
got
us
my
your look.
handwritten notes, man. Come on. Oh my gosh. No, Alabama -16.5 at Wisconsin. Alabama wins this game, does not cover though. I don't think they cover 16.5 against Wisconsin.
It's a lot.
That is a lot, especially how they looked that last week.
But
They struggled
Kalen,
last week though.
yeah, but man, Kalen,
He's good.
he's just got to get it. He's just getting his everything in
And
there.
Milrose legit too, man. Milrose.
So was that freshman wide receiver. Jeez.
Yeah.
17 years old.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That was the-
17
Hey.
years. Yeah.
That was the dude who almost came to Texas. Remember his teammates, the quarterback that's committed?
What's his name? His name is
Ryan Williams.
Williams. Yeah. He has 6
Him-
receptions, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns so far in the year.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Him and the Ohio State wide receiver, Jeremiah Smith. I think
Yeah.
so. Freshman, dirty. Let's see. Going into game day this weekend. Kind of interesting game day matchup. Kind of interesting matchup in general. Is LSU at South Carolina. I feel like this could be like South Carolina's kind of showing out. No one really expected them to be kind of how they are the first 2 weeks. I feel like if they can beat LSU at home against LSU's, kind of so, I guess you could say right now, no one really knows what to expect from them really either. It's an interesting game. I don't.
At LSU or at South
At
Carolina?
South Carolina. And it's LSU minus 8.5. So it's an interesting line there.
Well, Kelly was pissed off last week. He was banging tables and all that.
They struggled, man.
But and it was kind of the way he banged that table wasn't very macho. But anyways, it's LSU. That's a lot of points. So I think I'd take South Carolina on that.
With the points,
I
yeah.
think it's going to be closer.
Yeah, I think they may be able to play them pretty good. I just don't know what to expect from LSU, man. They close game against USC, but then let down last week. I don't know.
I don't know if y'all know. I mean, South Carolina whooped Kentucky last week.
And that
So-
defense, man, South Carolina got a defense. Man.
Yeah, they held Kentucky to 6 last week.
Because Kentucky's supposed to have an offense.
Yeah.
But
And they held them to 6. That's what I'm
Well,
saying.
Kentucky
They got
has
that
probably the
Georgia
best D
quarterback.
lineman.
yeah, they got that Georgia quarterback, and then they got the Georgia quarterback and running back. It's good.
Not only they held them to 6 points, they held them to 183 total yards last week. South Carolina's defense is legit coming in there.
I got to see your setup you got going on now. This
Listen,
listen, I don't
I'm
care
just-
what anyone says. You never spit out stats like this fast.
listen, bro.
We need to we need to be like Trump. We need to have somebody stat and fact check.
No, yeah, y'all can go and
Wow.
fact check me, please. Go and fact check me. I tell the truth, man. Y'all can go and fact check me. I don't care.
Okay.
Listen, hey, when you're online on school, you got more time to, do some pod stuff. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
but I
saying?
just sent these games about 20
You
minutes.
got all the
before
big
the pod
games, though, man. Come on.
Oh, you just knew I was gonna pick these?
No, I have a couple of them, yeah.
I just got that brotherly brain talk or what?
Something like that, man.
All
I
right,
come ready.
number
I
one.
came ready for y'all today. I was late from work.
Yeah,
I had to show up with something.
I got 2 more college games that kind of stick out. One of them is OU versus Tulane. I think it's
Oh, you got bailed out last week, by the way.
Bailed out versus Houston at home. Looked like dog shit all around. Besides-
Bailed out. I
the
mean,
defense has
talk
been
about
fine.
a bail out. That was like Cade in the NCAA game. Bail out Oklahoma right there.
I mean,
Shoot.
I don't know why Houston ran the ball on the 1 yard line on the last drive. What they expect, anyways. Tulane coming off the letdown after leading most of the game versus ranked Kansas State. Coming into this game, what's the line, Coop? You got it right there.
Yep, it's gonna be OU minus 14.5 against Tulane at home.
Big man, that's a
Big
big
line.
line. That's a
Especially
big.
after
14
last
and a
week.
half against Tulane.
Yeah. We'll see. I will say it's because I think it's big just from being here around it is obviously because they got Tennessee next weekend. Coop will be here for that. We'll be doing the pod together next week. Just so
Oh, that's sweet.
Coop will be here.
I'll be rocking a Peyton Manning Tennessee jersey.
There you go.
But Coop will be here for that. So they got Tennessee next weekend. So it's like one of these games where like usually you want to look ahead and you should be able to look ahead a little bit to that first SEC gauntlet game. But they can't, man. Like they cannot look ahead one bit. Like if they do, they're gonna lose against Tulane. Their offense is good. So it could be interesting because obviously OU's defense is good, but their offense blows and the play calling's been ass. I mean, they got quarterback play's been bad. 4 wide receivers hurt. Fans are booing already. It's This is a make or break week in Norman, Oklahoma.
And Tulane had a nail biter against Kansas State, who Kansas State's good too. Kansas State won 34-27. So
I'm saying if Tulane can put up 28 points, I'll be generous. 28 points. I want to say 21, but 28. If they can put up 28 points, I think they win the game. 28 points.
Their offense is good. They put up 491 yards against Kansas State.
So it's going to be a real test.
491 yards.
Because their defense is supposed to be good.
Yeah,
I haven't got to play anybody yet. Their defense has the dudes. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
I think I got more faith in Venerables in the defense than I do Tulane's offense.
For sure. But it's just the fact of like the offense has been so bad, no running game. The running backs have been the rotations they've been doing have been weird. Quarterback averaging probably 4 yards a pass. Like it's been.
Who's the OC at OU now?
They brought in the dude from UNT.
Let me answer that one. I don't have. That's not on my stat sheet.
Was it the head coach at UNT or was he the O coordinator at UNT?
OC. I don't remember. He was at OU last year too. Seth Luttrell.
Yeah, and he kinfolk with
He was an offensive analyst last year. He was the 7-year head coach at UNT.
yeah.
He was the head coach, and then last year was the analyst, and then took old boy's job that went to Mississippi State.
Yeah.
But the offense, play calling's been weird, man. It's like it's one of those things. It's funny, like the Twitter. It's like they just wish like you could have like the perfect combination of like Lincoln Riley's time and Brent Venables' defensive time. Like defense,
no doubt.
Oh my god,
Be unstoppable.
It would have been. It would be ridiculous. They'd be right up there with like Texas this year. Like, but it's I don't know. But and the shitty part is too like they're gonna play like this against everybody, but then when they play Texas, they're gonna play like they're the goddamn New York Yankees in Game 7 of the World Series. I mean,
that's how it is, man. Same thing
We're
with
ready for it though.
Yeah, no, it's
remember 49-0. That happened too. So
I hope it's like that again. We'll see.
Oh, that'd be awesome. But I think it's how it always is with them, man.
Yeah.
Same thing with A&M, man. I'm so intrigued for that game too.
Yeah, and
that game scares me.
Be a different team at the end of the year, though. I think, and that's
and then it's like that, like it's mind-boggling on how
Texas could be too. All these receivers get going, really get the system. I mean, and the defense. Because I'm telling you, I love our defense so far, man. They fly to the ball, they hit.
They have great pursuit, is what I've seen.
So
great
athletic.
Yeah.
They're making tackles when you're, first contact type stuff. It's not.
Yep.
It's huge. I got the little Longhorns in the NFL for week 1 in the
Let's
NFL.
Hear it, big boy.
Of course, you got X, 2 catches for 47 with a TD.
One of the best NFL debuts.
Yeah, and 1 rush for 21 yards on the first time he touched the ball for a TD.
Touchdown, first time he touched the football, man.
That's not bad, man. I saw a defensive back was talking trash about him, said, yeah, he can run jet sweeps, but what's going to happen when I come up and play bump and run with him? And that's true.
Well, good thing Andy Reid knows what he's doing, and he can get him the ball and get him 2 touchdowns like he did. So,
good. Texas State pick.
Nice.
Yeah, you're behind. My boy Overshone, 11 tackles, led the team, 1 sack. Great opening day for him, man.
Did you see his interview from this week? How Jerry Jones isn't letting him wear number 0 because that's what the damn mascot wears.
Really?
Oh, he was pissed.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, you need to look that up. He was pissed. Yes.
He keeps playing like that, he'll get it.
Bro, the jersey sales will go wild. Number 0.
Yeah, he keeps playing like that, he'll get it. Oh, Corbin the Cowboy will have to, whatever his name is, have to give up that jersey. You know what I mean? Bijan, 18 rushes for 68 yards, 5 receptions for 43.
I need him to score though.
I know, no
Yes.
touchdowns,
I
but
need him to score.
at least it seems like they're going to use him more than they
Yeah.
did last year. So,
Yeah.
and then our boy Dicker the kicker, 3 for 3 with a long of 53. Great job. Hell, Justin Tucker missed a field goal this
He
week.
did his first field goal actually.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, it was
But-
an NFL record, 21 field goals over 50 yards this weekend. NFL
Really?
For 1 week.
Well, what about the Cowboys?
put up some
They would have
fantasy-
tied the record.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike's a bit eotch for that. Like, are you
Gee, you
serious?
should have tried the 72, man. I don't know, dude.
Bro, he made that 67 like it was nothing.
I saw the thing. It was a
He's
meme
giving
where
a shot.
it
Like,
was
what's
a
gonna
meme
happen?
where
They're
it was
not gonna
him lining
return
up from like that far, and he was like me sliding into a girl's DMs after 8 beers. It was a long shot.
Long shot. Let's see what happens. Hey, you
Uh,
miss every shot you don't take.
That's right. Shout
But-
out to Moody though this week. Holy cow!
No, not shout out to him.
Moody, freaking Boswell,
I had like 20-something fantasy points from
Alice
kicking
kicking
field
Bro,
goals.
there was all kinds of
like
dudes.
6 field goals, 6 for 6 or
I
something.
lost my little fantasy football because of him.
I know.
Hey, real
It
quick,
happens.
because it just came up on my Twitter. They're talking about Texas State as a possibility for the Pac-12. Because they still need 2 more teams to be considered FBS conference. Pac-12.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
they added all those new Mountain West schools today.
It's the whack part 2. I mean, what are we doing?
And then they talked about Tarleton as the option to move to the Mountain West, which that'd be big for Tarleton.
Yeah, that'd be huge for
That'd
Tarleton.
be big time. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Texas State, man. What about Big 12? They try to get them in there.
Yeah, I just don't know if they're gonna
Not a lot of teams in the Big 12 now. man.
add it anytime soon.
And they're in Texas.
But
So
it says the 9 schools to watch is Memphis, Tulane, UTSA. I don't know why Cal and Stanford's on here. They just both left. I don't know how that makes any sense.
but they're not with anybody
Who?
right now.
Stanford, they're in the AC. They're in the ACC. Or
They're
not?
both in the
AAC,
ACC.
The AAC. Yeah.
AAC.
Wait. No, they're in the
Oh,
ACC. Right?
I don't think Cal is.
Yeah, they're both.
Yeah, they are. They're in the ACC.
both
ACC.
ACC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the ACC has just shit ton of teams.
All the way from California to Florida or
Yeah.
Miami.
Then Air Force, Wyoming, and New Mexico. I wish they should the North and South Dakota. I wish they would get them out. Those
That's what I said the other day. That'd be cool, man.
What other Longhorns NFL you got? You got any other ones?
No, that was it.
Okay.
Just going with short list today.
Okay.
Snacks did he played good. Didn't have it on the stat sheet, but he was clogging holes, man.
Yeah.
As he should.
Any
Not up like a snack, man.
NFL? Any NFL thoughts after
Well, Dad got signed. What do y'all think about that?
time 60 million?
That's a lot of money.
contract
Got
ever.
paid.
I got
Paid.
paid and played good, man.
He played okay the first half. I mean, he played good, very good the first half.
Yeah.
Second half wasn't the best, but I think that was
He didn't need to.
yeah,
I
exactly.
need him to play better for my fantasy sake.
Well, I'm sure
Especially
he's
this
worried
week.
about that.
Especially this week for you, big
Like,
boy.
hey man, Coop has me on fantasy. I better go out here and throw a couple more TDs, man.
Yeah,
Ice it up.
that's exactly how he should think. Against Big Boy, who has Josh Allen.
Little,
So
little Thursday night update. Dolphins got a field goal right at half to make it down 14. Josh Allen 9 for 13, 1 touchdown, 108 yards. Only 2 carries for 2 yards. It's kind of shocking.
I saw this thing this week, and it said Deshaun Watson is now a better person than he is a better quarterback.
All right.
That's so
Listen,
funny.
man, I think he wants so bad just to get like a horrible injury. That's what it looks like. Even on the sideline. I mean, I know
It's
it
horrible.
sucks when you're getting beat, but it just seems worse than that. You know, it's just like he just doesn't want to be there.
It's awful.
Yeah, it's he's just. I swear he's probably praying. Look, just blow my knee out. Just blow my knee out. I can chill, get massages all day, and
Still
do
get
what I
paid
do.
and be done.
He's got another case coming, so we'll see what that.
That too. From Houston.
Yeah, same lawyer too. So that always is a little suspicious to me. Even though I don't like the dude, something's up with him, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know,
What are some other NFL games we can talk about here, real quick?
who do
Joey
your
B.
Texans have? Joey B.
Texans-
Joey B. at the Chiefs.
I think that may be ugly.
You think so?
I do too.
Chiefs are good, man.
Bengals better figure it out so quick.
Yeah, they
'Cause-
didn't look too great.
No, they don't look good. They don't.
I think T. Higgins is still out.
Yeah. And then answer your question, big boy, the Texans have
Monday
the
night,
Bears.
The Bears. That
Houston minus 6.5.
that uniform combo looks good too, bro.
What are they wearing?
They're wearing you pull it up. They're both of them are wearing like their alternate.
Well, they kind of look similar now. Those two uniforms kind of look similar.
Let me see.
But I will say, while you're looking at that, I will say I'm extremely impressed with Joe Mixon in Houston. He runs the ball really hard. Like he never goes backwards. Like he can get stopped at line of scrimmage and it's still a 2-yard gain.
He's a good back.
He's a good back.
But y'all should beat the Bears by more than 7.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a lock.
The Texans are wearing those white ones, and the Bears are wearing the all like orange.
Orange ones.
That's a Sunday night game.
Because Caleb didn't look very good.
No.
No,
And if y'all have this defense, y'all should be able to continue to hold him down, you know.
Yeah.
But
what else? Cowboys. Who the Cowboys got? They got
New Orleans.
yeah, they're coming off, but I mean, the damn Carolina.
Hey, New Orleans.
Put up that many points in the NFL is impressive. I don't care who.
And their defense would look good.
Yeah. Who else?
Sorry, to go back, I'm just going to go reiterate. Joe Mixon had 30 carries last week. 30 carries for 159 yards and a
That's
touchdown.
big for them, bro.
To add that running game to that offense, ooh.
One I think is interesting is the
We'll
Bucks.
see.
The
Come
Bucks.
on, big boy.
The
Come on, big boy. Come on.
the Bucks at the Lions. Both 1-0. Baker number one.
Baker's playing good, man.
One fantasy
Baker's
quarterback.
good.
He's number 1 fantasy quarterback.
After last week, yeah, he put up the most points. Quarterback.
Really?
Yeah. And I didn't start him in any of my leagues, and I have him in all of them.
Well, because that's your favorite player.
So
But
it's not-
Kyler looked good too.
Yeah. But that line, it's at Detroit, but it's Detroit minus 7.5.
Yeah.
Bay plus 290. So that's an interesting one. A couple interesting ones between some teams that are both 0-1. Colts at the Packers. Interesting one. It's a Colts close loss last week.
Yeah, it's at the Packers and it's Colts minus 2.5 too.
Yeah.
So
Rams at the Cardinals. Both 0-1 too as well. Both looked decent last week. Those are kind of interesting.
I need a game from Kyler.
Going back to that Indianapolis
versus Packers.
guy, that dude has a gun, doesn't he?
Oh, bro.
Anthony
Oh, that one
Richardson.
play was ridiculous.
Wish he would have hit a Donnie Mitchell on his two
On 2 of them.
of them.
Yeah.
But they're going to figure that out. They're going to figure that out. And it's going to be this weekend at Green Bay.
First game of the weekend is definitely the Giants.
It's on right now. First game of the weekend's on right now.
Worst game.
Worst.
Worst game of the weekend.
Giants and who?
Giants at Commanders.
Yeah, that's not a good one.
I don't recognize the Commanders.
Don't guess banned on YouTube over here, big boy.
But isn't that the dumbest name?
It is. It is pretty stupid.
Take away what they used to be called. Why not the Red Hogs or the Hogs? Like that's what they were known for forever. I mean,
The command. I don't know what. I don't even know what a commander is. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
it's like a a chief or something, like commander. Hey, commander. Better than the Washington football team. I
Yeah,
hate
that too.
I
Yeah.
hated that.
The Washington football team.
This ain't soccer, bro. Take that communist BS somewhere.
That's funny. What are y'all's thoughts on the whole Tyreek Hill situation? Big boy, I know that's your guy, man.
I think that Capo, I think Tyreek made the situation go up a little, but I think that cop overreacted big time. And especially the one that was talking to Calais Campbell,
Yeah.
that little short, I mean, that was just like, bro, come on. But
Hey, Tyreek had a good touchdown celly after though. He did little handcuffs. That's perfect.
And
And
you
then-
you shouldn't roll up your window, because the thought from a police officer, if it was a different circumstance,
Yeah.
it wasn't there. I mean, like they think, oh, he's behind tent, you know. But I definitely think, in my personal opinion, that they overreacted on that. But
Yeah. And then another drama in the football world, Shannon Sharp. Did you see what happened with him?
he's laying pipe.
He was laying pie. I guess
Yeah.
he's not gay, man. Have
Shannon
y'all seen
Sharp.
all that?
I know
Yeah.
they're saying ESPN's not going to fire you. If you do get fired, just know you have a spot here on the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. Man.
Yeah.
That's right.
You and Ocho. Come on, let's start off a thing.
Ocho, yeah.
We would welcome you with open
Hey,
arms.
he handled it
Okay.
great though. I mean, he was like, "I'm being a healthy male. What do you want me to do, man?" He was like, "I'm sorry it was on my Instagram live, but I'm being a healthy male."
This is the thing. Do you think it was on purpose, or you think it was legit? He just threw his phone down.
I don't know how you throw your phone
How
down.
does that happen? If you throw your phone down, how does it just start?
I don't
Instagram
know
Live?
how you go live, but let's say you're looking through Instagram and
Maybe
you
on
just
Instagram.
As you're
click on
talking
one
with
button.
your girl, like you're just like,
Yeah, or she comes in the room. Oh, whoa, okay. It throws your, you know.
I don't know.
guess.
I don't know how that happened.
It'll.
Hey, man.
Sounded like a lion though.
Hey, that is a Hall of Fame athlete. Don't forget that.
Hey, and
I
I've
don't
seen
care
a
if
bunch
he's
of like,
50. That's a Hall of Fame athlete.
I'm getting a bunch of like edits on TikTok. He was good, man. He was good back in the day. He had some
Oh,
highlights.
like in football?
Yeah,
He's a Hall of Famer, man.
yeah, man.
And the thing is, his brother was better than him,
Really.
and he had a neck injury.
I don't even know he had a brother. I'm
He
not
was a
gonna lie.
wide Sterling Sharp, and he was a wide receiver for the Packers with Favre, and he would have been a Hall of Famer, no doubt either. He
He
hurt
had
his
an
neck,
injury. See, that's weird. I didn't even know he had a brother. That's
Yeah.
weird.
and Sterling was cold. Sterling was very good. He
Wow.
probably, I don't know how many years. Don't hold me to it, but maybe 4, maybe 5.
And he had an injury.
Yeah, and he had to retire.
Is it?
Mhm.
Damn. That's crazy.
He was even in his Hall of Fame speech. He said, "I'm in the Hall of Fame, and I'm not even the best football player in my house." You know,
Well,
Y'all got
bro.
it.
He grew up country poor too, like no running water at his grandma's, like
yeah.
pin
Oh,
up
yeah,
and taking showers
I've
outside.
seen some of the stuff that he said, like his story and stuff. It's pretty
He
cool.
said he didn't use an inside restroom until he was in college, like as far as the everyday deal.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. Uh-oh, what happened to old boy over here?
His old cheap camera.
No, they just came back on.
Oh, that's all, boys. That's all I got.
All right.
That's
Y'all
all I
got-
got on my stat sheet, man. That I had.
Score
about.
prediction
Oh boy, a lot to a little.
for Texas UTSA.
I have I'm unfortunately I'm not gonna be able to watch it live because I'm my team's, you know, my baseball team that I'm coaching is our first game. So we'll see how that goes.
Relax.
It's at night though.
Yeah, I know our games are late.
Oh,
Yeah, I know, but I'll have to like watch a recap or something. But I don't know. I think Texas goes in and rolls and takes care of business how they're supposed to do. UTSA is in a rebuild year. Texas is a veteran team, and a lot to let them.
63-9.
How much?
63-9.
63.
63.
I'm gonna go 57 to under 10. Hopefully.
What's the spread, Coop?
That is a good question. That's one I
21
didn't write down.
zone.
35.5.
Yeah.
I'm just
I mean,
looking
hey,
on Horse 24/7.
good teams win, great teams cover. So they should cover.
Okay, Popo.
Chip says, I see the
Right.
Longhorns getting off to a sluggish start before pulling away 45-10. Our boy Eric, shout out Eric Henry, says 55-7. Jeff
Yeah.
Howe said 52-13. The other dude said 52-10 and 48-10. I'm going to go 55-13. That covers, right? Yeah. 55-13.
Yeah.
I think everybody. I think Trey. The quarterback Trey Owens is going to get in and play.
Okay. I was going to say Arch two TDs, but
I think and he still can. But he's playing the whole third quarter. You know. But this is definitely the time to pad some stats. So
yeah.
I want to see, like I said, my biggest thing is sacks. I want to see over 5.
Yeah, and they need them, bro. That's the only kind of
Really, I want 7
the only little worry right now.
and the running game. I'm
edge,
still scared about
the edge was supposed to be the strong suit. So we'll see. We'll recap it next week. See what the edges do. Watch the edges this weekend, Coop. Give us a report next week on your recap.
Give you a report. I will work hard on that.
All right. Well, you'll be sitting here right next to me, so we
That's
can
true.
share your report. How's that sound?
All right, let's go.
Cool. Big boy, you look good as always, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm trying.
Yeah.
Hitting that gym.
There you go.
All right. Y'all got anything else?
That's it, boys. That's it.
Just down weekend of college football, but it's still football, so we'll take it.
Well, we said that last week and it was awesome. So
That is true. That is very true. Some random shit will happen.
yep. Always.
The boys go finish watching this Texas State game. It's 21-21 Arizona State missed field goal.
Yep.
See what happens.
All right, boys.
All right. We appreciate y'all tuning in this week to the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition Season 2. Hopefully, if Texas State wins this game, may get a special guest on from Texas State next week. We'll see. All right. Until then, we'll see you next week on the Sports Roundtable Trio Edition. Peace.
Bye.